Do I still even have the chat open? Oh, yes, I do. I think Jason is gone this week. What the heck?
What?
They think you're gone.
I'm
they
not
don't think
gone.
you exist.
Am I gone? Oh. Oh, there. Oh, okay. I was wondering why does this ad look familiar in your thumbnail, but it's the Digital Rev audition. I was like, I was just looking at that. It's now on YouTube. Am I potato quality too? Yes, I'm potato quality. Bam. I'm just.
Oh, it's probably my fault.
Okay.
Okay.
No, we're good.
He's back.
Now. We're good.
Like, who's back? Like Digital Rev. Me and Jason Vong are the new DigitalRev TV team.
There you go. That's our announcement today.
We're flying to Hong Kong. What? The brotographer's here. What is going on? Potato. Potato. Steve, what's going on, man?
What's up?
Been gone for a long time. I saw that Steve video with his new studio setup. Mario, what's up, man? What's going on?
What is going on, everybody?
Hey, I think they all think you went to Europe.
No. That's in 2 weeks, guys. I'm still here. No, I know everyone's excited to get me out, but I'm here for another 2 weeks.
I'm the brown Red Bull gives you wings. That's what keeps me awake. I can't keep doing this.
I might.
What's going on, Socrates?
I might need a Red Bull after this too.
Arnold's like, Jason is a new Kai and Danny's Lok. That's fine with me. I'm cool with that.
No,
I'm just gonna be behind the camera.
I feel like I would be Lok. People think I have an accent, anyways.
Then you're perfect for the job. Yeah. Got it. Let's see here. Photographer's asking if you just nabbed an A9, Jason. Is that yours?
I got this on loan. I was gonna bring it up.
He's lying. He's lying. He just bought it, guys. He just ordered it.
I want to get one now. This thing is amazing. We shot some photos last night. Crap, man. The hit rate on this camera is just so much higher than what I would get on the A7R2 or the A6500. So I'm just like trying to think how much I would get if I sell both those cameras so I can get an A9.
What's going on, Dave? I'm the Brown. Thank you. Just got the haircut today. What's funny is my barber started following me on Instagram today. It was kind of interesting.
Did you tell him you do the YouTubes?
I told him I do the YouTubes. I think he's like studying photography and he's like into art and stuff like that. So he's going to school for that. Yeah. Tag the shooter, man. What's going on? Tag the shooter wants to throw his A7R2 in the wall now. Ouch. Oh man.
The only thing is, if I do move on to the A9, I have to get rid of one camera. But the A9 doesn't have picture profiles, so that's the big thing for me right now. You don't
even need it, man. The quality is so good. It's its own picture profile.
Probably right. Trying to make it work.
Dude, it's like, that's what I'm saying. That A7S series, whenever it comes out, it's going to be the showstopper camera. Like I just imagine that they're going to have everything all squared away. That's the reason why they don't want to put picture profiles in the A9.
It's true.
That's what I'm thinking. What's up, me, Ike?
I'm just waiting for you to find a hack and install the picture profiles in, and then I'll go get it.
All right, man, it's 7 o'clock. We got to get started before everyone gets pitchforks and attack us. So, hey, what is good, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. It's Monday Live, episode something like that. I don't know what it is. We're going to keep it casual as usual. Just keep the stress low and just talk about a few news topics that are going on right now. Also, for some strange reason, or actually very interesting, is DigitalRev TV is looking for some new co-host for the show, and I think Jason Vong and I are very good candidates for it, and we're probably going to apply after the show. So we're going to go ahead and apply for Kai and Lok's job, and you tell me who's going to do what. Am I going to be Kai, or who's going to be Kai and who's going to be Lok? Let us know. I think that'd be very interesting. And we'll have some fun topics about DigitalRev TV, things about like what your favorite episode was or what episode got you interested in it. And why do you think DigitalRev TV dissolved in the first place? Something to think about as we continue on with the show. But we are going to start with our normal topic, which is hashtag new gear. And we'd love for you to share what new gear you recently picked up, because we all got gas, literally. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and dive into it right now. Hashtag new gear. So let us know in the comments, in the chat, what have you recently picked up? You can use the hashtag new gear. That'd be great. Makes it easier for us to find it. And it doesn't have to be recent. It could have been a couple weeks back if you've missed the show last week. That's totally cool too. Not a big deal. All right. So Jason, please share with us the awesome new gear that you have with you.
Nothing amazing except the A9 I was talking about earlier during the pre-show. So I requested this camera for Friday, and this is completely my fault. So I needed the camera on Friday to shoot a concert because I was missing my A7R II that week. So literally like less than 30 hours before I needed the camera, I submitted the request to Sony Pro Support, and I was like, hey guys, do you think you can accommodate a last minute like rental? You know, thank God, you know, they didn't have to, but they still did it anyways. Unfortunately, it did not come on time. It came the morning after, so I wasn't able to use the camera for the concert, but I was able to play with it over the weekend, and I was so amazed with the hit rate on this camera. Like almost like, I don't know, 90% of the photos that I got were like tack sharp focus. So really making me consider getting the A9 now a lot sooner than I am expecting. I'm trying to hold out for the A7 III though.
So you haven't even had a chance to really just get to play. It literally just came in today, like maybe like an hour ago or something. Or
no. I needed it last Friday, but it came Saturday morning. So I played with it over the weekend. So I was supposed to return it today, but I found out I have like another 4 days to play with it. So I'm just trying to take my time and
just send it back late, man. It's all good. It's just you're Jason Vong. I don't think it's gonna matter anyway. I mean, no, that's what I keep saying. This camera is intoxicating, like the Sony A9. If you're a Sony user and you use it, or even a DSLR user, it just kind of captivates you in terms of what it can do. But so what in particular is fascinating you about the Sony A9 right now? Like, was it the speed, the photo fidelity?
It was just more of the accuracy of the camera, because like I feel like whenever I take photos with the A7R II and A6500, it does take some time for me to get like a shot in focus, you know, like tack sharp focus. But with the A9 at 1.8 with the 55 or the 85, I feel like I would get in like a shot, if not the next shot. So it's just insane.
And when you transitioned to the A9, just using it, did you actually feel comfortable already, like right at home as soon as you started using it?
Yeah, man, it just feels the same. It feels like the A7R II. The only thing I would have to say is it did not feel at home was the record button for the movie recording, because they changed it and moved it closer to the eyepiece, right? So whenever I was trying to record a movie, I would accidentally hit the AF on button, I think. Yeah, the AF on button, because they're so tightly close together. I'm more used to the record button being on the side of the camera, like the A7R II and the other A6500, A6000 and all that. So it does kind of throw me off for the video, but for photos, oh man, yeah, it's good. Good stuff. You're gonna
enjoy it, man. Just, do you have any plans with it, by the way, as far as like using the A9, or that you could think of, Jason?
No, not really. I have nothing to shoot this week. I don't have anything to shoot until like in another 2 weeks. So unfortunately, it's all just gonna be tests and just having fun.
There you go. Just do what you can.
Just do what I can.
Do what you can. All right. All right. As far as new gear on my end, again, we're on the new gear segment. If you got something in, just do hashtag new gear. Let us know. I recently, like I said, I think I mentioned in some of my other videos, I got the Zhiyun crane. I think it's the V2 model. It has that moving plate, and I got to use it on Saturday. I was doing like a virtual school tour. The school needed it to do like a virtual tour to kind of show the freshmen like the school campus. So I don't do a lot of gimbal work, period. So I said, I'll just do it, try it out. And I pretty much walked around campus all Saturday with the Zine crane. And it was good. I think it gave out towards the end, but then it came back to life. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Wait,
it's like,
what happened? Why did it give out?
It's like, okay, so I had there's one axis that I'm not balancing correctly. I know on the Zine. Like I have all the other axes balanced out correctly, but I think it's the one where you where you can actually move the entire, where you can shift the entire Zine crane. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I think that's like one of the tougher axes to balance.
Let me get this out of here without breaking it. Yeah, it's this one right here. This piece right here.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have this balanced properly, but I can balance everything else well. It's just this component. But it stayed balanced for the most part. And I wasn't trying to walk funny or anything like that. I just kind of tried to walk normal and slow. And it did fine until it just kind of gave out, where the camera just kind of teetered off to a certain side. But that was really towards the very, very end when I was finishing up. So I don't know. Like I said, it could be the balance or something. I was using the Sony Alpha 6500 and the 10-18 because I did try the Sony A9 and the 12-24. It's really heavy on there.
Really?
Yeah, using the Sony A9 and the 12-24 on the gimbal on the Zine crane, it feels like that's the limit. Like it feels as if this is about as much as it'll support. And I couldn't, again, I don't know if I had it balanced right on that one axis, but when I tried to do a lower shot, it would start to shake.
Okay.
The Zine would start to shake. So I'm thinking I didn't balance out that last one, so I'll try it one more time. But it definitely feels like it's on the verge of like, this is about as much as I can handle on that thing. So
you know how like your V2 has that extra Y piece that's supposed to help support the lens? Did you also use that as well?
I haven't used it. Should I use it? Is that going to help a lot?
I have no clue, because like I think that piece is like a new thing that was introduced to the V2 to help support or kind of counterbalance the heavier front heavy lenses. So maybe give that a shot. I'm not sure, because I forgot how heavy the 12-24 was, but it should like hold that late.
Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely look at it.
Yeah.
But it does feel very tough to use the Sony A9 with it. It works though. It's just don't try to. I just couldn't do any fancy shots with it, other than just move forward and back. So
just keep it simple, man. Just keep it simple.
That's exactly what I ended up doing to test it out. Let's see. And then I got the small HD focus that finally came in, and I like the concept. Everything works well. The operating system on there is great. Their Touch OS, whatever they call it. I tried it outside when I was shooting some B-roll for my Sigma 31.4 review, and it's daylight bright, but it's not sunlight bright. So I thought it was going to be fine to use it in like sunlight. It's still viewable, but it's not as bright as I thought it would be when the sun's like beating down on you. So it's kind of a slightly off-putting. I thought it was going to be a little bit brighter, but it definitely is a bit dim. So I have to look really closely at the actual screen to be able to still see it, but it's still better than the back of the screen. So right now, that's my thoughts on the small HD focus, but using it a bit more to see how well it comes out.
Does it come with a sun hood for the small HD?
You know what? I thought like a kit would, but it doesn't. There's no sun hood, and I don't know if there's like there's no direct attachment for a sun hood. Maybe it's, I guess, a separate purchase or something like that. Maybe someone in the comments could mention it.
What about the sharpness of the screen? Did you find
it's crispy?
It's beautiful as everyone says it is.
Yes, it absolutely is. It's the quality of the display. The one I have it's very, very good. Like, it's very sharp. Everything else is great. It's just the brightness aspect of it right now that it's a little bit dimmer than I would like to for outdoor shooting. Like, I'm going to shoot outside, but I'll keep working at it, see if it's an issue on my end or not. But I do have it maxed out, like the backlight on it. So that's it so far.
That is weird.
Sony, just release a camera.
I think it's just too bright and too hot where you live, Danny. I think that's just it.
I think that's it. I really think that's it. I'm just cursed.
Everything is sort of made to work only in like LA and other parts of California, except
the Central Valley.
the Central Valley. Yeah.
It's hot all the time. Oh man. Well, I think that's it for really new gear. I did order a drone, but that's a different story. Anyway, we're gonna go into the comments section and see what people have recently got. So, Jason, let's take a peek at the comment section for #new gear.
Cool. Let's see here.
Let's jump way back when. Luis Happy says, #new gear. He just ordered an Alpha 6300 this weekend. Now I have to wait for Thursday. Ah, man. Did you get a lens with it? Did you get a kit with it, Luis? Is it just that? Because that's going to suck if it's just the camera itself.
Can't do much without with just the body, man.
Yeah.
Scott's
review. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Go. Scott review says he got the 55-1.8 with the A6500. Nice.
Very, very crispy lens. You're going to enjoy that lens very much. Arnold Galanato, #new gear. Smooth Q. And I'm going to butcher that name. It was Suri?
It's Sure, apparently.
Sure.
Sure.
P224. Is that the one that can stand on its own? Is that the one?
Yep. That's the one.
All right, cool. And a glow pop umbrella. I'm not sure what a glow pop is, but Jason,
it's a soft octobox.
Okay.
Soft octobox is a soft box.
Okay. All right.
Soft box. Tag the Shooter says, I've been waiting. Sony 100 to 400 and 16 to 35 G Master. Amazing.
Man, Tag the Shooter has been busy with some gear, man.
Yeah,
100 to 400.
Photos with us.
Yeah, that's 16 to 35. Man.
You haven't gotten the 100 to 400 yet, right?
No, I'm actually debating on what lens to get next. There's like a tennis tournament happening, I think, in a week or so. So I think the next lens I'll ask from Sony Pro supporters 100 to 400 to give it a shot because I think it'll be good for tennis because of the reach. So that might be the next one on my list from Sony.
Cool.
All right, Unknown Jones, #new gear. Gonna upgrade to the A7 Mark II from the A6000. Cool. Meeting up with someone to buy it secondhand for $1,000 US tomorrow. Hopefully you know who that is.
Oh, you know,
Jones.
Don't do Venmo. Wait, are you the buyer or you the seller?
Buying. They're buying.
They're buying. Okay, take Venmo.
Yeah.
Except Venmo.
Don't worry. As long as your power is over 9,000, Unknown Jones, you'll be perfectly fine. I was wondering, he has a Vegeta profile picture. Yeah. Okay, moving on.
Except $80 payment at a time until you get to 9,000. You'll be safe. Trust me. R. John Creations, new gear, Sigma MC11 with the 100 to 600 contemporary. Very nice. Have you tried the 150 to 600 contemporary, right, Danny?
I have not. I think I've only held it once in a camera store, and that thing's it's like a massive lens. Been thinking about it though. Been thinking about it. The Brotographer, #new gear, innovative light ultra kit. What is that? I'm not sure what that is. I'm not much into the lighting. I don't know too much.
Innovative light.
Jason Vong, do you know what that is?
Nope. I need to up my lighting game as well. I've just been wasting money on a lot of gear. I'll look into that one. David Johnson says, new gear, Sony 7200 2.8 G Master.
Awesome. I remember when that lens was so difficult to get at the time. Man.
The unicorn.
Scott says he lost his DJI Spark in the Chesapeake Bay on Sunday. Oh, ouch. My gosh. It looks like warranty will not help. I'm so sorry, Scott.
That just means you need to get a Mavic Pro now.
Jason Bond, go for it.
I'm the Brown. New gear, waiting on the Sony 7200 F4. It's missing in transit via UPS.
Oh, hopefully it's insured by the seller, right? We should be good. It just sucks. You'll have to wait.
I don't know if you read the story last night, Danny, but some guy ordered like a used Canon 7200 or something, and it was shipped to someone else's house, And it was like, I don't know. I think he got scammed. I don't know if you read that.
Yeah, I did. I did read about that. And they were saying like the person that they went to, they didn't even get a lens. They just got like some random stuff.
They got some random stuff. It was mailed to some dude who passed away a few months ago or something. It's absolutely strange. I'm sorry, I'm Brown. I'm probably freaking you out right now. Your lens is probably fine.
You know, I hardly ever shop like Amazon used, like the third-party buyers. I don't really buy from them too much unless it's Prime.
Yeah,
That's just me, though.
Yeah. So I do the same. And there's this one thing that everyone should kind of watch out for. Like there's usually like a really, really good deal on like a lens or a camera body, but look into their like seller description, because usually they'll be like, oh, hey, this amazing deal, but please first email us. And then, you know, clearly it's a scam. Don't fall for that, guys.
Dave Sincere, new gear. He said he got a 7-foot back white drop. Cool. Nice. Are you gonna start doing like indoor portraits and stuff indoors, Dave? Just wondering.
Let's see here. Dave Sincere, not really new gear, but I have a problem with my 6300. My buttons on the back stopped working completely. Changed batteries, reset nothing. I took it to shop. Circuit board bat 240.
Oh shoot!
What happened?
Shame on you, Sony. That's not cool. I mean, if it's still under warranty, I think they would fix it, right? I mean, all right.
Let us know, Dave. Let us know the situation.
Let's see here. What else is new gear?
Scott's review says, lost DJI Spark. Should I replace or sell the controller and get the Mavic? Get the Mavic. I'm the Brown says Jason Vong sticking out ear crud. Yuck. Just need to make sure I can hear Danny, you know?
Alex Sandoval, hashtag new gear, finally got the 16 to 35G Master. Whoa, what's going on? Did Jason finally disappeared on us? Currently at the beach shooting with it. Sweet. Wait, you're currently at the beach shooting with it. Why aren't you shooting, man? Don't worry about us. Have some fun with that lens. Michael Mistro, what's going on, man? And I'm lost out. Okay, cool. All right.
Don't worry, I'm alive.
Pat Adolfo says, hashtag new gear, I got nothing. That's all good, man. The photographer says, hashtag extreme YouTube meetup, bros. You may need to come up to Modesto this winter if something goes through, and we should do an extreme collab. For sure, man. That'd be awesome. Dave Sincere also got an Impact 45-inch umbrella with removable back.
Yo, what did I miss?
Patrick, a lot. You missed everything, man. We solved everything.
Damn.
Patrick Chang, hashtag new gear, Rokinon 35mm f2.8 AF with the sale from $299 this last week. You know, I was thinking about it, and I said no. I'm gonna wait.
I too was thinking about it.
Luis says, hashtag new gear, I sold my A50-100 for the Alpha 6300, so I already have lenses. Okay, cool.
Diamond Cut says, new gear, just ordered the small HD focus for my 6500 and purchased the Animals Ninja Inferno. Can't wait for Wednesday. Wow.
What? So he got both?
So yeah,
cool.
What can you let us know the thinking behind this? Like, why did you get both the Focus and the Animals Ninja Inferno?
See, I would see a reason to get. I could see the reason to get both because one's a recorder, and the small HD is just more portable to work with when you need it. But that's just me though. If I was gonna get both,
I was gonna get the small HD focus too, but I'm just like, I have the flame. I'm okay.
Jean-Louis Imperial says he got the Rokinon 12mm f2 to match with the Alpha 6300. Awesome. Nice. I still working on my testing with the Rokinon, but yeah, awesome stuff, man.
Cool. So Dick King says new gear got a A7 II with kit lens Friday, and Sony 85-1A comes in on Wednesday. Now, what to do with my A6000 35 1.8 18 to 105G lenses?
Backup camera.
Yeah. Keep them, dude. The 85-1.8 with the Sony A6000. I shot with it at a concert on Friday. Oh my god, amazing combo, dude. So sharp.
Everything was so sharp. It's still good.
It's still good, really good, amazing.
Yeah.
It was a great backup camera to my A6500. In fact, I got more photos that I like from my A6000 than I did from my A6500. So
Lies, complete lies. All right, moving on. Links.
not true.
Links one, hashtag new gear. Picked up a small HD focus as well. I already have the Fine HD VS2. Is that the aperture monitor?
And why does everyone have a small HD focus now? That's crazy.
It just kind of works. It just works. Nah, man, they've been kind of pushing that thing for some time now. All right, let's see. Are we almost at the end? Man, everyone's bagging on your quality today, Jason. Usually it's me. Usually it's me that everyone's saying.
Why is it me today? I thought, am I not super clear today?
I don't know. I guess mine is just a little bit sharper today.
You know why? Because I'm not using the A9 today, and you're using the A9. I'm using the A7R2. That's probably why.
This is it. A9 versus A7R2.
Give me 5 minutes. Let me just change cameras really quick.
No. Don't do it, Jason. What the heck are you doing, man? We don't got time for that.
Are you sure?
Michael Mistro, new gear. He got a new memory card. Michael Mistro.
Can't get enough of those, man. I lost. Yeah, everyone's. Yeah, what the heck, man? Michael says I look like I'm being played on a VHS tape.
Dude, you're getting.
I don't know what's going on. If the audio from my end sounds good, I think that's the most important thing.
By the way, guys, just letting you know, we're trying to keep the show casual today. Just having a good time, not doing anything too crazy today with the discussion topic. So, Jason, I think that's gonna do it for us. We're gonna probably move on. So I think Arnold just said right now. A couple of people, Jim P Photos and Arnold, got Eclipse solar filters.
Nice.
For the upcoming solar eclipse. I was gonna go and buy one today from B&H, like a filter, a 77mm filter. Sold out or back ordered. So I said, screw this. I'll wait till the next solar eclipse. Okay.
Let's wait till the next solar eclipse. For now, we'll just
20, 30 years, 40 years from now.
We'll just stare directly into it with our cameras and just pray for the best.
Yeah, I'll by that time I'll have one of those really long Asian beards from those kung fu movies, and then I'll take the picture then. So it'll be good. All right. I think that's it. We're going to jump to news. So we only got a couple of small news items anyway, and then we're going to jump to the discussion topic today, which is about DigitalRev TV. So our first news item, if you don't already, I'm sure you know, Sony with these other vendors like B&H Photo, Adorama, and others are doing a trade-up program. There you go. There's more. They're doing a trade-up program. If you're looking to get an A9 or a Sony mirrorless camera like an A7R2 or A7S2, you can trade in your DSLRs or even other, I think some mirrorless cameras, right? I could have sworn to some mirrorless
You can trade in like your old A7R2 or A7 II as well.
Yeah. I mean, there'll be like a...
I don't think you can trade in a 6500 though.
Oh, that's crap. What the heck?
I could be wrong.
I know I was pricing out some stuff. I was trying to consider doing a trade up for my 5D Mark IV. I was like, well, how much would I get for a 5D Mark IV from like B&H Photo? And I was like, I could probably just sell it directly. I think it was like $1,500 to $1,600 for a trade up, and then you get the 500 on top of on top if you wanted to get the A9 trade up. But I think I'm good with one A9 for now. So, Jason, are you gonna think about doing a trade up for that?
Man, like seriously, I was having this whole debacle last night. I'm just like, okay, if I trade my A7R2, I get about $1,300, and that's with all the accessories with some moderate wear on my camera. I'm just like, well, with that plus the extra 500 towards the A9, I don't really feel like that's a bad deal at all, because if I were to sell my A7R2 right now on eBay, at how much would I get for it? Maybe like $1,700-$1,800, and that's me being optimistic too. So utilizing this trade-in program, I feel like it could be beneficial to me. But
it's not bad. I mean, they give $500 if you're gonna go straight up to the A9.
Yeah, so
I mean,
just like trading it in for $1,300 plus the $500 on top of that, that's already $1,800. So it's just a matter of finding the the rest of the money for the A9 on my end. But
really that's the issue. I think it works best for those people that were already on the verge of upgrading. See, that's the thing. Like if you're on that point, but maybe it'll be a good opportunity for people that want to switch over the A7R2, maybe even the A7S2 if they were thinking about it. But
Get the
But yeah,
A9, guys. It's amazing. Just if you live where Danny lives, don't get it. But if you live not where Danny lives, just get the A9. It's freaking sweet, dude.
just don't get the A9. Just try the A9. Don't buy it. It's overkill, man.
It's amazing.
All right.
It's like cheating, man. Oh. Anyways, I'll hold it in.
For the trade-ups. Okay, we're going. Okay, cool. Most of you already know this already. We're not going to talk about it too much, but for those of you that are interested, the Nikon D850 got some additional leaked specs, I guess, if you believe the PowerPoint presentation stuff that they posted out. Again, 46 megapixels, Nikon D5 autofocusing system. Apparently, it's a larger frame coverage. The big one is the 4K full frame. So there's no crop this time, apparently, what they're saying. And what's really interesting is the 7 frames per second with and 9 frames per second if they have the grip. So I think the biggest selling point is do you think, Jason, that Nikon is reacting to Sony based on the specs that they're putting on this? Like, I'm just anything out of your brain. What do you think?
Yes. I don't keep up with Nikon, man.
Well, I'm just saying, look at the specs, though, right?
Putting me on the spot right now. I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, from what you're telling me right now, I mean, 46 megapixels, and 4K video. But I mean, you know, like, I'm not too familiar with the Nikon's autofocusing system. Is it fast? How about in video?
I think it's good. I just don't know about. You're absolutely right on the video side. I think that's an area that they can improve on. But if the way I look at the Nikon D850 right now, I think it's Nikon's ditch effort to keep users from going to like a Sony A7R II.
Right. Just because you're thinking because of that 46 megapixel. Yeah,
absolutely. That 46 megapixels, the really good autofocusing system, the full frame 4K. And the current A7R II doesn't give you 7 frames per second. It's 5. And I think it's 51 RAW files at 14-bit on the buffer, which the A7R II does not have. And so I really do think this Nikon D850 is kind of like Nikon's way of saying, stick with us. We're still in the game. We still want to produce some good cameras, and don't necessarily jump to the A7R II. That's the way I see it.
Do you think it's a little too late on their end to finally put out a high resolution camera, or at least a high resolution camera that can keep up with the A7R II?
What I'm thinking, the folks that are really ingrained into the Nikon system are happy campers right now. I think they're going to be very, very happy.
Yeah.
If they're upgrading, let's say they're probably like they had a D800. I would be pretty happy with the D850 specs as a shooter. And like I said, the specs right there are phenomenal. I mean, the 9 frames per second, that's sports territory already. And you're getting 46 megapixels. Although the A99 Mark II was doing much better, 12 frames per second, I believe, at 42 megapixels. So, but this is a Nikon. It has a lot of lens options out there. So I think this is definitely the right direction. It has dual, like the QXD, XQD, and a UHS-2 card slot, unlike the Canon 6D Mark II, but they're different tiers of cameras. I wouldn't necessarily compare them with each other. So, but yeah, that's the way I see it. So.
Yeah, and I feel like you're absolutely right. You know, just kind of hold those Nikon users back from jumping board to Sony, because it's hard to adapt Nikon glass as opposed to adapting Canon and Sigma Canon EF mounts. So it's harder. It's harder for Nikon to make a switch.
And think about it. Sony just did a trade-up program. And it's rumored that the D850 is going to be officially announced, I think, within a week. But that I could be completely wrong. Again, they're all just rumors. So, but the point being, it could be announced really soon. And so Sony seems to be very proactive in telling people, hey, you know what? You weren't happy with the 6D Mark II? Go ahead and upgrade to a Sony camera. I mean, it's kind of messed up. If you really think about it, the way I'm looking at it right now, it's like Sony's like saying, hey guys, the grass is greener on this side with the exception of overheating, but the grass is greener on this side. We're doing a trade-up program. If you hate Sony, you're tired of Nikon, come to this side. You get me? Like it's weird, and the timing is all kind of.
Yeah, I mean, like I feel like Sony's been doing that for like a while now. I mean, like every time there's like this Sony event that I go to, there's always like a trade-up program. Like, hey, trade in this for funding towards your
trade your car, give your car.
Yeah,
Trade your car and
I
leave
used
the
to think
Sony.
like you had to have like an older Sony model, but then they're just like, yeah, we'll take anything. We'll buy up all your Canons, your old Canons, your old Nikons. Just buy something from Sony. That's
See, but
great.
if you could stack it, that'd be great. You know, like you can just buy a bunch of cheap like Rebel cameras and just stack the discounts. But
I don't think so. I think that'd be too good to be true, or like
of course.
Yeah.
Obviously they wouldn't do it that way. So
You know,
all right, let's go and take.
That's a funny thing because like my friend actually had to buy like an older Canon camera just so he could trade it back into Canon and get like the 80D.
I think you mentioned this story before.
Right? No, I never knew
think
that.
so.
They're just like, yeah, just have like a legacy Canon camera, like a crappy point and shoot or something, and just trade it in. And you get like what 20% off your 80D. That's insane.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. Let's see what the comments are saying. I wonder what they're saying here. Let's see.
All the comments are kind of piling up. So okay,
All right.
actually I caught up pretty fast. Keith says no solar filter anywhere.
Yep, they're all gone.
I'm Brown says this is my second U.S. solar eclipse, and this time I live 700 miles away from the path.
Ooh. You know, I'm just gonna squint really harsh towards the sunlight. See if I'll go blind.
Yeah, good thing we're Asian. We don't have to try too hard squinting.
Michael Meester, you have the Fujinon 55 to 135. Damn.
Michael, calm down, man. We borrow that sometime.
Oh man. Let's see.
Where do you live? 2 miles away from me? No problem. Coming over right now.
Rio from Bakersfield. What's going on, man? Let's see. Tag the Shooter says, I wish I could trade in my A7R2 for an A9, but my A9's so beat up. I use it so much. Oh, dude, Tag the Shooter, man. It's like all the paint gone off the A9 already. Oh, man. Sony's got to work on that.
Jim P asked is the Nikon D850 using Sony sensor? Do you happen to know, Danny?
I don't know. I really don't know. I'm assuming it's some sort of Sony sensor.
So you're saying the official announcement hasn't been out yet, right? This is just like a leak from the Chinese website.
This is a leaked PowerPoint presentation. So if someone actually, and also there's already leaked photos.
Okay.
So unless someone, like a lot of leaked photos are coming out already, unless someone went through a lot of trouble to fabricate it, then they've got some time. You know,
they got some time.
I mean, yeah.
Getting that and the new iPhone 8 models, man. These people have too much time.
Hey, I mean, it drives a lot of traffic. They sell the information. Big money, I would say.
That's crazy, right? If you think about it, it's like, why would people pay for this information? It's just like, oh, it's just an iPhone, dude. But, jeez, it's crazy. See,
the thing is, like, it's interesting, right? You would think. Can you still hear me there, Jason?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. It's weird. I would think that Sony would have just gave them the 42 megapixel sensor to Nikon. Like, hey, just use our old sensor. But it looks like they developed a new sensor for them that's 46 megapixels.
So you're saying that the A50 uses the Sony sensor?
I'm gonna bank it's because look, the only other one is Toshiba. That's what from what I understand. Toshiba is like the only other one, and so Canon's the only other one making their own sensors.
Mm-hmm.
So and Nikon, they want the best sensors, right? So I would assume they're gonna go with Sony's sensor tech. Unless Samsung makes sensors too, so I don't know for sure. But but yeah, I think maybe 46, and then Sony saving their 50 plus megapixel sensor for themselves. You know, that's what I'm thinking. I would say the next A7R2 is definitely going to be more than 46 megapixels at this point because they're not going to match. They're going to go above the Nikon D850.
Oh man,
that's my guess.
52 isn't the
imagine
5D
the 5DSR is 50, but imagine a 60 megapixel camera or something like that. Holy,
I can believe it.
More megapixels. How much more do we need?
Do we need more megapixels? I mean, that 24. What is it? 24 megapixels, and this A9 is so sharp as hell.
Yeah.
Get the A9, guys. Get the A9.
What's going on, David? Keith says Nikon and Sony had a baby. They called it Noni. Let's see. Anything else noticing in the comment section before we jump into the... Okay. David Osler's just about to have lunch, guys.
David Osler,
sweet.
Have a good lunch. Thanks for dropping by.
Oh, he's still there. I think he's just about to have some lunch. All right. So we're going to go ahead and jump into our news. Well, not our news, our main discussion today. And I'd like to get some feedback from you guys if you can. It's really weird. My brother actually messaged me this, which is really interesting. He was telling me that DigitalRev TV is hosting auditions for, I think, some new show host. And I was really surprised. Oh, I'm not surprised. I think they must have been doing this before. I think they tried doing this a year and a half ago. But it came back out again. So basically what the advertisement's saying is that it says, love a career as a presenter and influencer? Become a contract presenter of DigitalRev TV and develop your career while we take our shows to their new era and height. Maybe you have presenting / acting and voice skills and can attend the auditions in Hong Kong, because being Jason Vong are obviously going to go to Hong Kong. Apply today at this website. We'll be reaching out for an appointment. So it says they are looking for presenters / show host. They're obviously looking for a replacement to the one and only Kai with that. So, but yeah, that's what they're looking for, I think.
Think you fit the description? Presenter, actor?
I just don't have really, I just don't have humor. So that's the bad thing. You know, I don't have that humor going on. So
no, I think you have the humor, man. At least I think the humor comes out during our Monday night live shows.
I don't know.
For the other videos, you kind of keep it serious.
It just depends, man. But yeah, so as far as the auditions are concerned, I could have sworn, I don't think DigitalRev has actually uploaded a video to their main channel in
like
almost
3-4 months now.
I think it's more, man. I think it's half a year, maybe. It's been about a year already, I would say, since DigitalRev TV split, like the original crew. Is it about a year? I would say. Yeah, I think it's been about a year since they kind of split. Kai went first, right? He was the first one to go, and then Lok went, and then
7 months ago. Holy shit!
7 months ago. Who was the other guy? Wazi. I forgot his name. I don't remember the other two guys.
Yeah, there's like Warren, and there's
there you go, Warren, and then the film guy, the guy that's really into film.
The film, yeah, like Kai's American brother or something.
But I remember when they came onto the scene, I think because Kai was still there. Kai wasn't really in the main shows anymore. It was Lok, it was Warren, and then it was the guy, the film dude, that just kind of came in to start doing analog rev. And I digged it. It was just a little odd at first. I don't know if you remember. It was just kind of like, okay, it was funny because everyone was always asking, like, where's Kai? Why is Kai in the United Kingdom? Why is he not back in Hong Kong? Why aren't they making any videos? And I don't know if there was ever an official answer or anyone. I thought his visa had run out or something like that, or like he couldn't stay in the country anymore.
For Kai?
I don't know. Yeah, Kai. There was like some speculation on that. I'm not 100% certain.
Interesting
on it. So I wonder if anybody has any specific details on it. But remember that, and then eventually they did that one last big hurrah episode where it was like Kai and Lok. I think they were doing the Photokina. I think it was like during that Photokina time frame where they did like that throwback show where they were together and they were filming together. I thought that was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It was kind of like that last hurrah, you know, like their last time that they're working together.
It was a pretty big deal because they were all vlogging, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, we got back. We all flew to Photokina to shoot this one thing for DigitalRev."
And I think we all were thinking like, yeah, they're doing it right, like, or did we already know that was their last episode? I don't remember exactly.
No, I mean, like, it kind of came really suddenly, at least for me. Yeah. Like, I think my friend sent me the video to Kai's the end of DigitalRev or something, and then and I was like, what? I mean, like, I guess like part of me always felt like I knew it was coming because like he's in the UK, and you know, it was just kind of odd. Like, why would he be the only one out there and like everyone else is still in Hong Kong, you know?
Like I said, I don't know, and I think we won't ever really know unless someone personally would answer the question that's connected directly with. All we would be doing is speculation. I know he has a family, like Kai has wife and kids and everything. So I don't know if there was like a thing where exactly right, like
what?
I know.
Whoa.
Yes, Kai has a family, and was it Lok has a family?
I know.
I don't
Yeah,
know if he has
it
kids
was
or
mind
anything.
blowing when I found out he had a wife. Like he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm married. You guys didn't know that. My wife's never
Mhm.
on camera." I was like,
But I mean, for them, it's like it makes they kept their lives personal, like their personal matters personal, right?
"Yeah,
So I totally understand that. That's not that's totally understandable. So I don't know for sure the reasoning behind it. The way so this is kind of my speculation, and you guys can throw your speculation out there. Maybe you have more information. But the way I thought about it, the reason why Kai might have left could have been a couple of reasons. One was the fact that maybe he wanted to just try something different, and he was burned out from doing the same show over and over and over again with Digital Rev. Or there could have been issues with the actual company, and I think there was a CEO change. I think there could have been, and then finally, I think his potential to earn and make more money. He knew that by leaving DigitalRev TV, he could make more money on his own, doing his own YouTube work, maybe freelance work. And that's what we're seeing right now. He's like doing CVP TV or something like that.
something like that."
And I don't know. The thing is, I'm wondering, like, was DigitalRev paying? Because their channel was doing extremely well. They were getting hundreds of thousands of views per day. They were generating a lot of potential revenue from from the videos they were producing. And I think in my mind, I'm like, if I was Kai in his head, it's like, you know, maybe DigitalRev is taking all the profits from their exposure, and he's not getting a cut of it. I don't know. You get what I mean? Like the potential that channel was making. And why not just go ahead and pursue something else where he basically became a brand. Like Kai Wong is the brand. He could leave, and he's already built a pretty substantial channel, and he's able to produce content for it and do really well. And he can get sponsors, he can get products and review units with no problem. So I think it was honestly a win-win for Kai. I don't know. Jason, what do you think, man? Like, what if you were in Kai's shoes, doing digital rev for like 10 years?
You're probably right. I mean, like you would get burned out from doing something over and over again. But the thing is, he's still doing the same thing on his channel. I feel like he had a lot of creative freedom on Digital Rev, which it hasn't changed his style of filmmaking or like video making. I mean, like maybe it changed a little bit, but for the most part, it stayed relatively the same on his own channel. So I'd say maybe you're right. Maybe he's not getting the cut that he deserves, building up Digital Rev. So I was actually going to ask you, was Digital Rev a YouTube channel first or a store first?
Oh, that's a good question. I think it
I
was
a
a
store
store
first, right?
first.
A store
Yeah.
first, and then
And
it became a media company.
I think I could be that way. And I think they brought in Kai as their kind of tech person, and he pretty much created the top gear of camera. Like he's the one that basically made that into what it is. And so he has a lot of that credit. And honestly, a lot of the channels that exist now, and even I would say for me personally, I felt inspired from the work that he did. Like I'm not as humorous or funny as they are in any way, shape, or form, but what they did was very interesting at the time. It was always funny, like when people would watch his channel or watch the DigitalRev TV channel, the YouTube channel, and they'd say like, this guy's not serious or he's being really stupid. And I'm like, I wouldn't always watch DigitalRev TV for all the information. I watched it for humor. That's kind of where the entertainment value, basically.
Yeah.
I know people want a little bit of both. I get that, but that's kind of how I saw it.
Yeah, for me, I feel like pretty dumb to admit, but I always thought like, oh man, these guys, everything is so education. I never knew sometimes half their videos were just trolling. And after a while, it's just like, okay, all right, I can kind of see it now. But when I first started, I'm pretty sure a lot of people who first started photography or something when they're watching Digital Rev, I think we still gain a lot from their videos, even though
I
mean,
dude,
humor.
When I was just getting started in photography and learning, man, I would always go back to their videos, even rewatch their videos. It was just really good infotainment at the time, and it was the only source that was providing that kind of entertainment. There wasn't a huge source of like YouTubers and content creators that were covering these topics early on, and Digital Rev like owned that segment of the market, of that area, and that's why they did so well initially. So the thing I wanted to ask you is, and also the audience, what's like one video from Digital Rev TV that you vividly remember that got you kind of into Digital Rev TV, or just like your favorite episode, if you have one, if you can still remember, it's been some time now, about Digital Rev TV. And think more old school, I would say. So Jason, having had a little bit of time to think about it, was there anything in particular that, as far as episodes, that you just vividly remember? Maybe you laughed a lot or something like that, or something.
Yeah, it was kind of hard for me, but I think we were kind of like briefly discussing it before the show. Pretty much like I think the ones that really attracted me to their channel was like 5 reasons why you would need like a 50mm lens, or 5 reasons that you need like a 35mm lens. I think like I kind of really like use those videos and guides to sort of figure out what's the next lens that I should get. But I actually really enjoyed the cheap camera challenge that they had. Like they pulled in the Strobist, they pulled in Chase Jarvis. You know, it was actually really fun to watch those.
And for me, it was wait, do you remember the one that had the Barbie camera? Was that Philip Bloom?
I think so. I think that's the one with Philip Bloom.
Oh man, yeah, I thought when I were doing that photo cheap channel, it was so awesome. I really did enjoy that series they did. And yeah, they were doing some great stuff, man. That channel they were doing some really good stuff.
Yeah, the whole cheap camera challenge, it was just like, for me, it's just like, oh, you know, this is one of my favorite photographers, you know, like Benjamin Von Wong, and then I was like, oh shoot, he's in the show, you know, I gotta watch it. Or Philip Bloom's on the show, I gotta go watch this, you know. So I think like they do a good job introducing like pro photographers out there as well.
Yeah.
I'm looking through their list right now. I'm like, dude, there's like so many Sony videos I haven't watched, because back when I watched Digital Rev was when I was shooting with Canon. So I might want to go back to revisit some of their Sony stuff. I
remember when they were talking about like a Sony Alpha, like the A9, the A99, A77 series types cameras. They were always joking about it. Kai would always say like the Alpha cameras were all big and boxy, while the Nikon and Canon were more streamlined cameras. And at the time, I didn't even think about Sony. Sony was kind of like the black sheep.
Yeah.
When they would review it, it seemed they did that. They had a definite bias, obviously, to Nikon and Sony. Sorry, Nikon and Canon. Mm-hmm. So whenever they talked about Sony, I was like, "Ugh, it's a Sony camera." It's so funny now, like how it's a 180 for me. Like I use the Sony stuff now, but obviously it's not the Alpha mount; it's the E mount system.
Right.
But it's just hilarious. It's just so funny.
I think like something that really stuck out to me was when like, before I knew like they were actually like some of their videos are actually trolling people, but I just remember like watching videos. I'm just like watching a Canon camera, but they had like a Nikon strap on it. I'm just like, throws me off. Like, what's going on here?
Yeah, it was really funny, and they did such a good job. I know that sometimes they kind of pushed it, or it got kind of cringy at times with some of their content. But I give a lot of respect to Kai still, because Kai made a new genre of like he did something that had not been done before, and I think that's the reason why.
And it was different. It was different from a lot of the other photography YouTube channels out there.
Yeah, exactly. And he has that, and he's still doing that now. He's still bringing on that sense of humor he has, and it works for some. It doesn't work for all, and that's cool. I mean, some people like it, some people don't. That's perfectly fine.
I think it's because of his accent, or not even his accent. It's not really an accent, but
yeah,
it's what attracted a lot of people.
But it's just a character. The thing is, it's really just a character, because I remember there was an episode where, you know, he comes up kind of like cocky-ish, kind of that kind of style. And then when I saw him interviewing, there was like this competition where they took random people and they interviewed them on the show, and he came off as the most normal human being in the world. Like he just was a regular person. Obviously he is, right? If you realize that the entire Top Gear mentality was just his comedic ploy to really enhance the show's look and feel, and but really he's just a regular person. That's just how it came off. But yeah, major props to him, and you know, he's gonna do really well for himself. And even Lok is doing some really good stuff. So
Lok's his own thing now, man. It's crazy.
His vlogs, I mean, they're a little long, but I'm cool with them. I like the vlogs he's doing.
Yeah. He should post more. He should try to find a way to post more vlogs, because his vlogs are pretty packed up. I'm like watching stuff now. It's like new upload, but it's like from like WPPI. It's just like February. I'm like, it's kind of. He's got to post more. He's got to post more videos. His videos.
Nah, it's cool though. Hopefully they can do some more collab episodes in the future. We always really dig that stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
I do. I mean,
they know that that's going to drive some traffic, and it's fun for them, you know. And I think
it's
I had
that
a lot of fun
nostalgia.
watching. I think I had a lot of fun watching like Lok and Kai in New York. They were like vlogging with Sarah Dici. It's pretty crazy.
It's just weird because they're out of their comfort zone. Usually they're in Hong Kong and then they're somewhere else. Yeah. You know, for me, as far as like the video that really stuck out to me was the 50mm video. Was the 50 when they were comparing the 50mm f1.8, the 50mm f1.4, and the 50mm f1.2 from Canon. That was like the video I probably watched like 3 or 4 times because I was in the market to get like a 50mm lens. And then I think they did a video where they compared the Sigma 50mm f1.4. And I ended up buying a 50mm Sigma f1.4 at the time. So those were really important videos to me, even though they were a bit humorous at times. I really did still find some value in them, in those videos. And one last thing, I think some of the big time shows that they had were those travel videos. I don't know if you remember them when it was Kai, Lok, and Allamby when they did that travel series. And
yeah, I vaguely remember.
I thought they were sailing high. Like I was like, dude, they're just like sailing high with this stuff. They're going all out. They're stepping it up, and the content was like going in a really interesting direction. The way I was seeing it in terms of production value, but then you know their group eventually diffused. So
Allamby was the first one to leave.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, their videos are still there if you feel nostalgic. I watch them from time to time, like it was a video I was interested in seeing, but that's it. That's digital Rev.
I'm gonna go back and watch some of their Sony stuff.
All right, let's go ahead and jump into the comments and see what happens. Maybe let's see. Let us see what's going on here. We are going to go and take some questions right now in a little bit. So if you do have any questions for us, just do hashtag QA maybe, and we'll tackle the questions in a little bit here. Michael Maestro dropping the $10. Thank you, Michael Maestro. Really appreciate it. Woo! Thank you, sir.
Thank you. See. Just throw in the Fujinon lens too, and it will be golden.
Oh, Ian was the guy, the film guy. Man, I feel so bad now. All right. Keith Alexander Bailey says Kai is better off by himself doing his own content. He's doing pretty well with his own thing.
Yeah,
he's doing really well. Let's see. Chris Barr says Kai's last video review was a Canon 5D Mark IV. Dude. Programmer.
DigitalRev?
I think so. Wow. I think they were talking about remember they were comparing the 5D Mark IV and the 5D Mark III because I think they were going kind of nostalgic. Like the 5D Mark III was like their main camera they were using for quite a while to record their videos. So I think that's kind of what they're going for. Let's see. Was it
like last video of DigitalRev or last video in Hong Kong?
I don't know, man. You'll have to look it up.
Gonna need to like Wikipedia this.
Jim P Photos does say check out DigitalRev TV wiki. I will definitely check it out. Arnold Galanato says the 1DX review on the beach with the ladies, I'm assuming, got him into DigitalRev, or the ones he liked. And he also liked the ones with all the Allambys. Chris Barr says I like the DSLR say, and the others like that. Yeah, they were pretty funny ones too.
Yeah, see, programmer QN says Kai's funny and his British voice really captures viewers' attention. It's pretty crazy. Like, I'm sure there's a lot of Asians with British accents, right?
I guess there is. It's just that he kind of stood out a little more.
I guess it's like new to the world. It's like, oh, Asian with British accent.
Assassin's Airsoft says big factor was Kai's humor. Yeah, his humor was a big one, definitely. Yeah. Pat Adolfo says I really enjoyed the Pro Photog cheap camera. 5 reasons why you need a blank and analog rev. I really liked analog rev. I don't know about you guys. I did enjoy it. It's just Ian took off.
He's still doing it, right?
He is, but he's not like making content. Like he's just like once in a while. Like I think he only has 2 videos on his YouTube channel.
What's his name? Ian Wong? I'm just throwing out a random last name.
I think it's Ian.
Yeah, it's Ian Wong.
And then Warren hasn't really been producing any additional new videos either. So it's like, you know,
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
I don't know. Yeah.
they're
Jim P Photos
yes,
says my
I have
favorite
more
was
subscribers than Warren. Yes. Anyways,
my favorite was Kai was I met Martin Parr Q&A vlog 8. Martin Parr. I think I remember that video.
Zoom Chris is the battle of the nifty 50s was what's got him in.
Yeah.
Chris Barr says, I like the DSLR say, and others like that.
Dave Sincere says it broke my heart when Lok made a video after they let him go and he said he didn't have a camera. That's weird. I really think he did. He has Olympus cameras. He can't say he didn't have one.
I think he meant like he didn't have like a video camera. Like he has the stills, but you know, he's more of a stills guy. Well, stills owner.
But that makes me wonder. It's like, what was he getting paid while he was there?
Maybe he didn't feel the need of having to buy his own 5D Mark III because he could just use the one at work.
See, but that's the thing that I'm always contemplating. It's like, were they being compensated well for the amount of work and time they were putting into it? And I'm wondering if that's kind of what led them to kind of branch away because of the potential. And by the way, as soon as Lok left, he started working with I think Dan Chung. I think
Dan Chung.
Like he found an opportunity right away. It happened real fast. Mm-hmm. So I would say he probably knew these things were in the works before he took off. Because why would you leave without knowing you had other opportunities already ahead for you? So.
Maybe they didn't realize that, you know, without Kai. And like I think the major factor was just Kai not being there, and they know without Kai it's gonna be hard to function.
Yeah,
sucks to say.
Dave Sincere, it's not a Kai video unless you see some older Asian woman pushing a buggy or a basket in the background. That is so true. That is quintessential.
It makes me wonder. It's just like, are these Asian ladies in Hong Kong? Are they cool with their photographs getting taken? Because like they freak out here in America.
Well, I mean, I guess in China it's just like whatever, you know, or Hong Kong.
They're like, I had no picture.
All right, I think that's it as far as those comments, and then we're going to tackle whatever's left of the Q&A. So we're on the Q&A section right now. Jason, unless there's anything else you wanted to mention with the Digital Rev stuff.
I miss Digital Rev, but I feel like it's not really gone. I mean, I still keep up with Lok and I still keep up with Kai. So, you know, I like to tune into their stuff, watch it, and, you know, reminisce. You know, I still really wish Lok and Kai would try to do more videos often, but, you know, I know it'll be a real treat when they do.
Yeah, I think definitely will be. It'll be interesting. So, all right. I don't know. I don't think we have too many questions, but let's see. I see one from Arnold Galanato towards the end here. Says, what fluid head should I get for my P224 monopod? I'm assuming that's the Suri.
The Suri, yeah.
The Suri?
I personally use the Manfrotto ones. So you get yourself a Manfrotto fluid head, a 502... Oh gosh, MVAH or whatever they're called, some 502 model. Just like any Manfrotto fluid head would be pretty good. Suri has their own, which I think Gears, Glasses, and Gadgets they use, and they have absolutely no issues with. So either or, choose your favorite brand. I stuck with Manfrotto because I had most of their quick release plates.
Okay, and then Pat Adolph was asking Q&A, Jason, is that a strap in the back of you?
Oh yeah, he's talking about my guitar. Yeah, that's a Fender Stratocaster that I haven't touched in like 2 years. It's just like a background set piece now.
Cool. Richie TV says, my name's Jeff. That's what Richie TV says. Michael Meester is asking, what are the newest Sony incentives to buy a new camera? I think right now it's a trade-in, Michael. And if you trade in the DSLR type camera, Nikon or Canon, Sony, like that kind of thing, Nikon, I think you can get like a $500 on top of the trade-in value for a Sony A9, and like between $100 to $300 between an A7 II or an A7 S2 or R2 for trade-in.
Yeah, I think that's kind of there's a little form that you would have to fill out. A quote.
Richie TV, what are you editing? Video or photos? That's what I'd like to know.
Have you heard of that new one, that Affinity photo app thing?
I've heard of it. I have not used
You
it.
got any ads for it yet?
No. No, like on YouTube or something?
On YouTube, yeah, it's like they're pushing that product pretty hard on at least on what I'm seeing on my computer.
Oh, you don't have the YouTube subscription plan?
No. How much is that?
I think
$30 a month.
I think it's like $10 a month, and it gives you Google Music as well, so you can listen to unlimited music through Google Music
Too
without
much
any
subscriptions
ads.
already, man. I can't even keep track anymore.
I know that's scary, right?
I'm okay. I'm okay with watching the ads.
Okay.
Unless,
let's see. Jay Moreno asks, what is a good lens for a beginner to use for fashion videos on a Sony A7R2?
55 1.8.
Dang, but that's pretty limiting though. That's a tough one, man.
Yeah, a full frame, dude. 50, you can accomplish a lot with a 50.
I mean, you could zoom in with it, can't you? With the you can shoot in the crop mode, so you can get even closer, right? Your 55 will get cropped.
Yep.
So you have some options on there. That's a tough one. I really don't know. I don't shoot fashion, like the fashion stuff. Like, I wouldn't know where to start. I mean, you already got an A7R2. Why not just get a 24-70 G Master, right?
There you go.
I don't know. See, if you got an APS-C body camera, I would say like the 18-105 or something like 1670 or something like that. But I don't know if you want to zoom or you want to prime.
24-70 will get a lot done, so I think it's like the most versatile one.
Yeah.
But
Dave Sincere,
go on.
Says, how is that data spider working for you? I stopped using it. I didn't like the way it calibrated the screen. I use it. Okay, so I used it on my Alienware 13R3, right? And it made it made the color so wonky on my, because it's like an OLED display, and it kind of messed it up. And so I just reverted back to it, and then I just went into the controls and just made the color cooler, because it was making it really warm. Like out of the box, the OLED was like warm. And so even with the calibration for the data color, like either if it wasn't working properly or not, it just made it look really off to me, and it was bothering me a lot. And so I just disabled the calibration that it was doing for me.
Yeah.
So that's the situation right now, David. Dave Sincere.
My LG came pre-calibrated already. I'm pretty sure I should recalibrate it, but I feel like I'm just scared. It's just like it gets to like some really off tone, and I'm like, I can't change this back.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna work out for me, but it just didn't. It didn't do it for me, Dave. All right, David Osler is asking, Jason Vong, is VidCon worth going to? It's going on here next month, where David's at.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, so they're doing a VidCon over there.
David, I don't know, man. I can't really tell you because I haven't been personally. I feel like me and Danny missed out. Like we should have went, but we were under the impression that there were like just a lot of like tweeny boppers there. And,
just go, David.
Just
you know
go.
what? If you actually have the time, just go. Like, I mean,
it's expensive though, right? You remember?
You do have to pay, but I think if you want to get to all the panels, but I mean, it's like one of those things where it's like you might as well just check it out. It's like,
yeah, I feel like David, just go. I feel like we should have went. Me and Danny should have went.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go next year. I'm just gonna go next year.
Yeah, let's just go.
No questions. Yeah. Whoa.
Dave Sincere asks, what do you think about the Lumu light meter you just picked up? I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I have no idea how to work this thing. So I need to like sit down and actually like go through the manual and learn how to use a light meter. But it's pretty cool so far. Actually used it for a few of my videos, get the right color temperature of my room, and I feel like it made a difference. So in the next couple of videos, you'll definitely see.
Like that little test video you were doing from your like your unboxing stuff that you were doing. I thought it worked out. It looked good.
It looked better.
I don't know if it looked. It looked good. I don't know if you just had it dialed in close enough already. So you'll have to do some. Maybe you should force the color. Maybe if you can like force the color, just mess your cameras, like mess your camera's white balance intentionally already, and then see if it gives you the correct value.
Yeah, I'm like looking to use it at like weddings, because we're always like trying to fit around what's the best color temperature for like reception. So I'm waiting for that day to come. But for the most part, it's pretty easy to like get the color temperature of my room.
Okay. Let's see here. Richie TV says he does video editing. So, I mean, I use Premiere Pro as my video editing choice. I mean, if you're looking for a free option, there's DaVinci Resolve. That's out there, the DaVinci Resolve Lite. Jason, your thoughts?
If you're on Final Cut, get Final Cut Pro. I mean, what? If you're on Apple, get Final Cut Pro.
There you go. Are you going to try and learn Final Cut Pro, Jason?
Oh, I already learned.
Oh, what the heck? Okay, never mind. Moving on. Apparently,
I was on a 30-day trial. Remember? Did I mention that? I was on a 30-day trial, and then I actually, I'll say that for next week.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good.
Or tonight. I don't know.
Shrek81 says, just came to be nosy. He picked up a 135 f2.5.
Hey,
that's not the Batiste. That's a different one. I don't know which one that one is, but okay, cool. Jay Moreno is asking gimbal question mark.
Oh, what?
Gimbal.
Just
what kind of gimbal?
What kind of Zhiyun? Simple as that. Zhiyun Crane V2. They were having a sale again last night on B&H and Adorama for like $4.99. I'm not sure if the deal is still up though.
I think it's good. I think I'm liking it better than my Beholder DS1. So
oh yeah, your Beholder's trash, man. Throw it away.
Man, I gotta sell it though. Anyone want it for like $200 or something like that? All right.
Okay, it's not trash, guys. Buy it from Danny.
Pat Adolfo says, would you guys be crazy enough to purchase any of the new AMD Ryzen Threadripper CPUs? If I wasn't buying so much camera gear stuff, I'd be interested in it. But I think what's going to happen with the Threadripper stuff is if you're looking for it as a video editing tool, I think you just kind of have to wait a little bit longer, because I think the issue with AMD is always driver support, because Intel always gets the initial support with stuff, and AMD is making a comeback again. So I would wait. I wouldn't be one of the early adopters. I would just wait a little bit longer. What else? I think that's it. Jason Vong, anything else?
Jason Sear says, I look like I'm filming a show underwater.
I'm surprised.
Your room is more under the sea than mine.
I know, right? Mine has like the sea theme going on.
Yeah, mine's like, I don't even know what the heck mine. I don't know.
It's just like it's just the quality looks like it's fuzzy. That's what's causing it.
Oh, is that okay? Now you're not talking about the color, you're talking about the fuzzy. I don't know what's wrong today. Next week, 29.
We'll tackle a couple more. Richie TV says, how long have you guys been doing YouTube? I started back in 2009 officially, I would say, doing YouTube videos.
2000.
Jason Bong?
Well, 2011 maybe.
All right. And then
Michael Pierce, I've never done YouTube. My wife would kill me. Why would she kill you, man? Do it, Michael. Start a YouTube channel.
Michael will be getting all kinds of ladies on his channel. That's why he's going to be in trouble. All right. Should I get the Rokinon 35mm f2.8 or wait for the Sigma Art version? What the? There's a Sigma Art version? Because the 35 is a pancake. So I don't know if Sigma's going to make a pancake one.
Well, everyone's kind of speculating that the 35, that Sigma's coming out.
Sigma's going to make one? I haven't heard about it.
Sigma's going to make a 35 first.
Like EMOT, right?
Yeah, EMOT.
Like an EMOT one?
Yeah, that's what the rumors are saying.
Okay, well, that's good. I think it's a good one to start with. Hopefully they rework the optical formula maybe, or they just kind of make sure the compatibility is good. That's what I'd like for them to do. Just make sure A1 on the compatibility. So
A1.
Zoom Chris says it's coming soon. All right. I think that's going to do it for us.
Awesome.
Unless Jason, any upcoming projects down the horizon?
Trying to publish some videos this week. Some A9 videos.
There you go.
And yeah, other than that, pretty much it. I'm just trying to wrap up some edits, and then hopefully I'll be free after the end of this week, and I can start pumping out YouTube videos again.
Don't lie to us, Jason. Don't be the next. Don't be Warren. Warren's gonna beat you with subscribers, man. Be careful.
Oh yeah, he's actually catching up.
As far as upcoming project on my end, I'm trying to finish up that Sigma 30mm video because people were asking about it. I did order a Mavic Pro.
Ooh, you're gonna have fun with that.
I have not used. I'm gonna be messing around with it at school, obviously during off hours. So, but yeah, Mavic Pro. We'll be checking that out, trying it out. And then Michael Meester's asking about a 12 to 24 review. You know, man, I really wish I could give it like it's hard because I don't know what to. I don't have something to shoot that will make to do justice for the 12 to 24. But I'll just do what I can for the 12 to 24 as far as my review is concerned. So, there was this thing everyone was saying. What was it like in my video? Because I was using my backyard all the time, and the reason why I was just using my backyard because it was easy for me to access. And I actually drove around my area, like in the area next over. I literally drove around for like 30 minutes to an hour just looking for places to shoot that was different from my backyard. And I was like, there's like nothing here. And it's really awkward sometimes. Like if I set up equipment and I'm shooting, like I don't want to get jacked. I don't want to get robbed or something like that. Like I don't live in like the safest areas necessarily. So that was the whole reason. So if you see like the same things, it's easy for me to make the videos if I'm using the same consistent things. It just sucks that if I think I'll be able to change up the images every now and then. So, but soon, I would just say it that way. Soon, I'll just try to shoot some different things if I can.
Cool.
Anyway, that's it for me. Jason, that'll do it. Where can people can find you, Jason?
Jason Vong. YouTube.com/Jason Vong. I was going to say JasonVong.com. Technically, it's a working URL. So,
okay, there you go.
Jason Vong. Can't go wrong with Jason Vong. There we go. JasonVong.com.
All right. Guys, thank you so much for joining us this evening for our live stream. Really appreciate you guys. The next show will be on Jason's channel where we talk about his A9 experience. We'll see you guys then.
All right. Just calling out the next show already.
Bye, guys. Thank you guys. Really appreciate you guys joining us.